Hey Greg, just a quick little response to your recent video on phenomenology. I've been thinking about this lately, or it had come up in conversation with a friend, and you kind of asked the question, how is it that we approach, I guess, new things in our lives, whether it be people, experiences, food, whatever. Are we apt to kind of put them in our own box, fit them into our own idea of what they should be, what they could be, or what they aren't? And just in general, how do we approach it? And I think, for me at least, I believe that how we approach new things is entirely based, or almost entirely based, on the past experiences we've had with similar things. So if I eat Indian food for the first time and have a particularly difficult time with it, either that day or the next, I'm probably not going to go into an Indian restaurant the next time I'm invited and be bias free when I go to eat it. I'm gonna remember that experience and say, well, maybe I shouldn't eat it, or I don't think it's very good. And I find that a lot of people who might be to some degree bigoted often kind of use this, or it's inherent in them whether they know it or not. A person from a small town, for example, might have one bad experience with a person in their life, maybe a bar fight or something. That person happens to be black. But from then on, that experience is going to kind of ring clear in their mind and show up very clearly whenever they run into or meet another black person. Now, of course, it has nothing to do with race, whether you got into a fight or an argument with someone, or someone was rude to you. People can just be rude, right? But for that person, that event is going to affect the future experiences they have with new people, of that gender or race or whatever. And I think as well, a lot of how we look at things and want to fit things in is based on the other people around us and the other people that we're kind of in community with. We're social beings, and I think in some ways, just like some animals, we're apt to sort of almost go with the herd or go with the flow. And you see this all the time through high school, middle school, elementary, when a new kid comes in. Maybe he looks different, doesn't dress the same, he's foreign, who knows. You always see children. I'm thinking back to my days. I remember this, very clearly. Kids will be kids, and that person might get shunned. Other kids are mean to him, and all of this kind of stirs in you a desire to not want to befriend him, not want to be nice to him or her, because the herd is doing it. And if the herd's doing it, then maybe there's something wrong there. Now, of course, reasonable people often find the best of friends are met through those sort of experiences, by befriending the one that no one else likes. And if you don't go with the flow, or don't go with the trend, then maybe you do make friends with them. But I think everyone at some point in their life knows that experience and has been subject to it. Anyway, no, it's a good question. I hope this kind of brings some insight to it. But overall, I'm apt to say that it's a combination of what other people think of it around us, and our influence which extends from other people. It could be our parents or our friends, and as well our own past experiences on that particular thing or things like it is really what affects how we react and take in new experiences.